I see a lot of comments where like people say like, we don't know when Bobby is this a bit or not?
Yeah, exactly. Know. And that's how I want to keep it. Mm-hmm. Because there are truisms and things that I say. Mm-hmm. Some of it's not. You know what I mean? When I'm like even here now talking to you, you know, you kind of just pick and choose of, you know, what do I say right now? You know what I mean? If I tell you the blatant truth, is that entertaining for people to listen to? But if I'm like poking and like, you know what I mean, doing some deception, right, and some mind play, you know what I mean, and some shadow play, you know, it's more interesting. You know?
So are you always on?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you've seen me bummed out, right? You've seen me like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, you know what I mean, whatever, right? So it's like you saw me during when I was relapsed the last time, you know what I mean? It was not pretty, you know.
Yeah, but still, you have the energy to like put a show, like when there's people looking.
Yeah, because you know, there's only like, I think it took years for me to have Andrew. Like Andrew has been checking up on me because he's out of town, see how I'm doing, right? And I really feel like sharing with him everything that I'm going through because I trust him. And then a lot of people that are in show business or whatever on comedy, you don't know that well, so you give them like sort of headline stuff or, you know, bullet points, right? You don't really dive deep.
Okay.
How are you? I'm all right. You know, instead of going, well, no, this, you know, my dad, oh, my mom, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know? So it's like you pick and choose who, you know, but it takes a long time for me to trust. You know, I trust you. I really do. I call you with problems. I call you with issues. Sometimes I'm a little too maybe honest or not honest. I'm too harsh in my language or my tone. But I do trust you. I trust George and the people that I work with.
Is George your wolf?
I think he is.
Right.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think George is my wolf.
Right.
I think George is a guy I call at the wee hours. Have I called you wee hours of the night?
Yeah, but I don't answer as much now that I have
I know
kids.
you have a kid. He doesn't answer as much.
Right.
You don't answer as much either because you have a new baby. I fucking...
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Did you wake her up last night?
No, I don't remember her crying. Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, I think George is my wolf.
So who's Gilbert then?
Gimp. Gilbert's the Gimp.
So would you come back and rescue him from from Sad? Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the Gimp. Who would Gilbert be in real life in that show? I think. Well, who am I in it? That's the main question.
I think you're Vincent.
Oh, I'm Vincent Vega. So I die.
Yeah.
Oh, I die at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is Kalila Uma Thurman?
Yes.
Yes, for sure. So who's Ving Rhames? If I'm you think that's Andrew?
I think Andrew might be Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Andrew's Bruce Willis. But who's the guy that I work for?
Yeah.
Maybe Matt Blake, my agent or something. Yeah. That movie is cool because there's just certain themes in it that like you hadn't really seen, you know, that whole Gimp scene, for instance, right? You know, when I was a kid, one of my favorite bands of all time was the Velvet Underground. I remember a freshman year, I went and bought the Velvet Underground and Nico album. And I hadn't really done heroin, you know what I mean? And I didn't know much about S&M. But I remember those were like themes in the music. And I just remember going, this is just cool because, you know, I've always gravitated toward Andy Warhol and the Factory and the kind of characters that hung out there, like Edie Sedgwick. And I knew that, like, you know, Mick Jagger and Dylan, people would go, you know what I mean? And there was always things being created and, you know, people are making things, you know what I mean? Like short films and people taking, you know, photographs and creating a band and all these things. And it was it's something that I was just like, I wish I was in New York in the early 70s. That would be fucking dope. I probably would have died from like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
heroin overdose or whatever. But
Well, have you ever taken the wrong drug?
no,
No. Okay.
they're all the right drugs. Okay.
I'm just saying like Mia does.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Beautiful lips.
thank you.
Do people say that?
I don't think so, but
Your lips are so nice.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
Great compliment. So I think like you are a true artist, you know, someone who also has a lot of like, you know, you love the arts, you know a lot about movies, a lot about film, music and art, but usually you play dumb a lot.
I
Like
am dumb.
the show. No, you I mean, I think like it's an act. You no,
No.
you can.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying like that you have a vast knowledge of on all
Of
these-
some things I do.
right.
Things I'm interested in.
Yeah.
But the things that I'm not interested in, there's no opinion or no knowledge. Like, ask me something that's outside of the things we talked about. Go ahead.
I don't know. You are in
No.
politics.
I want you to fucking ask a question that you haven't written down.
Okay.
Ask me a question.
Name the first 5 Beatles albums.
I don't know if in order, but I can tell you all the Beatles albums. Is that?
Right.
No, that's not what I was asking. Ask me something about, you know, who's, like, what happened during the Civil War. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
You don't know what.
I mean, I know there was a war between the North and the South. It had to do with slavery, right? Lincoln was president.
yes.
The Civil War.
Yeah, that's
Why'd you shake your head?
No, I'm just exactly. This is what I'm talking about. You know a lot about something, and then you play with it.
Yeah, but I don't know the intricate details about, like, you know what I mean, who rated what and what rated what. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
And who the heroes of the battles were. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
I don't know much about the royal family. Like, everything I know about the royal family is from The Crown, right? But I ended with Princess Diana and her death or whatever. So, like, I don't know anything else after. Like, people ask me shit about, like, well, what do you think of Prince Henry and the things that are going... Like, I don't know anything about him.
Okay.
I know that Markle, right? That's his wife. She's black. Something's going on where, like, you know what I mean? They don't like black people. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But, like, I know vague, like, you know, like during the Johnny Depp shit, right? There's something going on, man. They don't like each other. There's poo involved, right?
Right.
Right. There's drinking involved, right? She seems like, I don't know. They both seem crazy.
Yeah. They're both.
So yeah, so I know basics on certain things, but I don't, you know, like Pol Pot. I mention his name a lot. I don't know much about him. Khmer Rouge, right? The killing fields. He slaughtered his own people. I know that he died as an old man because they let him live or whatever. But I don't know anything else. Ask me something else.
Okay. So,
Ask me something that like something about history or something. Let me see if I can come up with something.
okay. Who's the president of France?
Marcon.
Macron. Yeah.
Did I say it right? Yeah, I'm not retarded. Don't. Yeah, there's a difference between you know what I mean. What I'm saying.
Right.
I know basics
Yeah.
about what's going on in the world. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on in Eastern Europe?
What is going on? No, I know.
I know you know. Okay.
Yeah, but you're right. It is a. I think you're right. I think it is a. Like not being able to pronounce words, for instance.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know how.
No, you do know.
Some words I don't.
You just like to play that.
Yeah, but because I remember years ago I had this joke. I still do it sometimes. This Notebook joke. It's about the movie The Notebook. Mm-hmm. And I remember going, "Hey, ever guys seen the movie Notebook?" And I just said it like that. Notebook. And people laughed because I said it like that. So I thought to myself, I go, if you just say certain words like that, right? It'll just get immediate laugh, like you don't know how to pronounce it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I love doing that. Like sometimes I'll go to like Starbucks or whatever, and if like Michael Jackson's playing or whatever, like you know what I mean, like Beat It or something, I'll go to the cashier and I go, "Who is this?"
Right.
They go, "You don't know?" I go, "No, I've never heard of it. What is it?" They go, "It's Michael Jackson Beat It." I go, "Okay, I'll write it down." Michael Jackson Beat It, right?
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Well.
What?
No. Nothing.
Well, so you're just giving away all my secrets here. Is that what this fucking podcast is about?
What?